What's up? What's up, bro? What's up? What's up, guys? We are live. We are live. Can you guys hear me? I'm using my little audio here. Is the audio good? How's the audio? Does the audio sound good to you guys? Yeah, we solid. We good. We in here. We chilling. All I hear is privilege, someone says. Uh, yeah, man, we got some interesting shit going on nowadays, don't we? Uh, it's everybody in the chat calling me daddy. Very much appreciative of that. Very much appreciative of that. Someone says spick in all caps. Spick. You're a spick. Somebody says they tried veganism and it made them gay. What's up, everybody in the live chat? What's up, everybody tuning in live? What's up? What's up? Yeah. Vegan gang. What's up, guys? What's up? Cucumber gagger. Somebody says Black Panther is a shitty movie. I actually kind of enjoyed Black Panther, but the problem is that I think part of the reason the Black Panther movie was so good was because it's the one time you actually get to root for the racist. You actually get to put yourself in the shoes of a protagonist who is a blatant, fragrant, not fragrant, flagrant racist, and you get to root. Normally, whenever you watch a film about racism, the main character is a white guy, he's a racist, and you're supposed to hate him. In Black Panther, you can put yourself in the shoes of the racists, and you get to root. You get to root for them, so it's funny as fuck. Well, you know, World Star Hip Hop, as you guys know, they posted my video. They posted my Black Panther video to World Star Hip Hop, and it stirred up a hornet's nest of angry ass dudes who were so angry that I would criticize their civilization porno, otherwise known as Black Panther. Somebody says Vikings is a sick show. Um, Somebody at my MMA place, he actually keeps telling me to check out Vikings. Um, it's on History Channel. I don't even like turn the TV on ever. So like I guess I gotta start record. I don't even know, man. I don't even use the television. So we was Vikings. Exactly. Yeah, people keep telling me Vikings is a great fucking show, so I do gotta check it out. Um, we was Vikings. We was Vikings. Oh shit, Vikings. We was white and polo shirts. Yeah, it was like I had to do laundry today. I only had this polo shirt left. Somebody asked, Ramirez is asking, was your Black Panther review on World Star Hip Hop? Not my official um, Black Panther review, but my, what's up, Astrid Raynal? How am I doing? I'm doing good. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Um, Someone says Red Pill loves the black people. Well, I do. I love black people. I love all people. People are fun, but when you're crazy and you're out of control and you're trying to claim that there isn't obvious kind of racism in the movie Black Panther, the film, the comic book movie Black Panther, um, I think it's pretty obvious. I actually had a debate with somebody on Twitter a couple days ago. Actually, yesterday, I was debating. He was a black guy on Twitter, and he was desperately trying to tell me that I got it all wrong about the Black Panther movie. That Black Panther isn't, as somebody in the comment just wrote, um, divide and conquer porn. And isn't that what the Black Panther movie is? It's pure divide and conquer porn. Now it's interesting, and I had a debate with some black dude on Twitter, and he was telling me that no, man, if you watch after the credits roll, when Black Panther ends the movie and the credits start to roll, if you would have stuck around during the credits, you would have seen T'Challa give his speech at the UN where he says that it's time to open up Wakanda's borders so that the whole world can come together in the name of diversity and unity. So, so that's funny. So apparently, if you want to have the full context of what the moral of the story is for the Black Panther comic book movie, you have to stick around after the credits for some hidden bonus scene. Okay, that's really interesting. That's really interesting. So, thank you for all the people tuning into the chat. Thank you guys for all of you guys watching live right now. We are live from an incredible park here in South Florida, here in Miami. You know it. I mean, parks, get out in nature. There's so many people out here today. Just get out in nature, get outside. You got to do it. So, yeah. People keep asking me about Trump and the airstrike in Syria. I honestly don't even care about that topic. It's funny, somebody says they're watching my live stream now because they live in a snowy place. And this is like an escape from their fucking snowy 10-foot snow hellholes. Well, you're welcome, man. I mean, it's Miami, bro. It's pretty good weather. It's a little too hot for my taste, though. What do I think about the Walmart yodeling boy? I've heard about it, but I haven't seen the video. Yeah, somebody, Mario says, yeah, no World War III. Yeah, I mean, people were just freaking out about some impending World War III, and I've just heard people fearmonger about World War III for so long that I don't even give a crap anymore. When someone says World War III is coming, for me, that's basically just a signal to turn off whatever you're listening to and go somewhere else, because somebody says, you know how it's okay for men to defend themselves against women who are out of control and punching you in the face and beating you up? Do you think that Venice Beach women deserve to be punched by that muscular man? She didn't hit first, but she was annoying him. I actually haven't seen that video. I didn't know about that. I didn't hear about that. I would have to see the video. Yeah, my stance is just, you know, everybody has a right to defend themselves. Doesn't matter what your gender is. Personally, 99% of the time, if some crazy person, man or woman, was getting in my face and like slapping me up, punch me up, I'd probably just try to evade it. You know, just run away, get away. Let me know if the audio goes bad, by the way, because it's windy as hell today. So yeah, I would probably never even hit a woman if she started smacking me up. I probably wouldn't even hit back. I'd push her away. I'd probably try to get out of the vicinity, but I just wouldn't feel that threatened. Great, glad the audio's hanging in there. So yeah, we're here at Tamiami Park. Tamiami Park in Miami. Anybody watching locally? You're driving by. Come on over to Tamiami Park. Let's meet up. Let's talk shit. That'd be a funny coincidence, but wouldn't surprise me. Somebody says that I sound so much more mature nowadays. I'll take that as a compliment. So again, I want to thank everybody who's tuning in on this fine Sunday afternoon. I'm just chilling here. I'm at a park. I mean, the weather's great. Figured I'd just go outside. I used to play baseball at this park when I was a kid. There's actually a lot of little baseball things. I used to play baseball here. I'm 30 years old, guys. Time flies, man. I used to play baseball at this park. I remember as a kid, there's like, let me see if I can find the entrance. I remember as a kid, these hedges here, there's like a little space. See, look, there it is. There's a gap. There's a gap in the hedges. And then there's like a little, okay, we're going in. We're going in, bitches. See, this is what you call nostalgia, bro. I haven't been back here since I was a fucking child. So yeah, there's like a little opening here between the gate and the hedges. There's like an opening and shit. And like fucking hide back here and like. So I'm back, man. This is time travel, guys. This is literally time travel. I haven't been behind here in this little gap. I used to play here as a kid, eating crap, running around. And now look, I'm back in it. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm 30 fucking years old and time flies, and it's kind of crazy sometimes. It's kind of crazy sometimes when you see the world fly by. You know, you grow up and so many things happen in the span of 30 years, but this stupid little fucking, this silly little space, this little hedge, and this little gap right between a hedge and a fence. The world goes by, you grow up, you grow old, but this little fucking space I used to play in as a kid stays here. Day after day, the clock ticks by, year after year, but this thing stays completely unchanged. I do find it very fucking fascinating sometimes. Just experiencing the passage of time, and I find it all very interesting. But yeah, I used to run through here as a child. So fun. It was just random, like a little fucking passageway. It was so exciting. Now there's fucking spiders on me and shit. That's the one downside. That's the one downside. There's like spider webs. See, there's a spider web. See, I'm gonna have to kick this fucking spider web. Oh, that wasn't very vegan of me, was it? Fuck. That wasn't very vegan of me. More spider webs. Have to go underneath. I know this is random, guys, but I'm almost out of the clearing here. Oh shit. More spider webs. Almost out. Oh, fuck. Ah! Oh shit. You know, the good thing about Miami is that the spiders are pathetically small and tiny. You know, this ain't no fucking Australia spiders here. You don't got nothing to worry about when it comes to spiders in this city, in this region. For the most part, there's some areas, some really dense forests that'll have some pretty diabolical spiders, but all right. I made it out, bitches. So yeah, I hope you guys can hear me. Yep, we're hanging in there. Wow, crazy, man. So that's life. Life passes by, and that's all there is to it, man. That's all there is to it. Yeah. Somebody says, wait until you hit 40. Yeah, wait until we all hit 90. Then we're gonna be fucking. I don't know, bro. By the time you and I and all of us are 90 years old, there's gonna be some incredible life extension technology. So we're gonna be able to. I mean, we might get to the point where death is a thing of the past. Um, Somebody says, Mr. Smith has a question. What do you think of the media blackout on radical Christian terrorists' attacks? Radical Christian terrorist attacks. So you're talking about Christians who carry out terrorist attacks? Media blackout on Christian terror attacks. I'm not sure if there is a media blackout. Maybe the better question to ask is, how many radical Christians commit terror attacks? Somebody calls me Cuban Alex Jones. That's hilarious. Somebody asked, how much are the Freemasons paying you? I wish I was getting money from the Freemasons. I'd be rich. Somebody asked, what music do you listen to? I listen to a variety of music. Most recently, I'm sticking to more instrumental stuff because I've been doing a lot of work on the side and I need some good background music. So I said, you know what? Just put some classical music on. So I'm just going back to old ass composers and listening to that kind of low in the background. And it really gets me focused and efficient with my work, with my extracurricular works. What are your hobbies besides MMA and YouTube? The thing is that YouTube encompasses all my hobbies. Just look at what the video topics I cover are. Marlon Ramos asks, what's he doing? I'm just live streaming my existence as it happens right now. Somebody asked, what kind of topics do you plan on covering next? Hey guys, ask me some questions about the Black Panther movie. Ask me some questions about the Black Panther movie, because, you know, World Star Hip Hop, they posted my video to World Star Hip Hop, and it stirred up a hornet's nest. A lot of people got very triggered and angry. Hunter in the live chat writes, "Sup Red Pill, stay safe and keep keeping it real whether people like it or not." I'll do my best. Somebody writes, "I'm scared of becoming you in the future. I see the anxiety in you eyes." A bunch of typos there. That's a funny comment. I like that one. I have mud on my palms. What do you think of the part when Killmonger killed his girlfriend? Again, it's been like 2 months since I watched the movie, so I need like a fucking refresher. He killed his girlfriend? I think, did he? He did, right? I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even fucking know. All I know is that Black Panther is the most racist movie ever created. I know that. The Black Panther comic book movie is the most racist movie ever created. Somebody asked, how can I grow a decent beard without steroids? Well, you can't. You require lots of supplementation and heavy, heavy steroid use just to keep this beard looking nice and fluffy and trim. Lots of steroid use is required. No genetics can accomplish this beard. No amount of genetics can accomplish this beard. That beard is bulletproof. Somebody asked if I'm glad I had an opportunity to watch the Black Panther comic movie. Oh yeah, I mean it was a kind of a fun movie. It was actually kind of good. Again, I think it has an unfair advantage because it's the one movie where you get to put yourself in the shoes of the good guy, and the good guy is a blatant racist, and all the good guys are crazy racist. So I think that gives Black Panther a little bit of a boost, a little bit of an edge that that other movies don't have. Somebody says find a girlfriend. I say suck my dick. uh, yeah, guys, if the wind is really bad, just let me know and I'll find some shelter. Anybody who disagrees with me on my analysis of Black Panther? Nobody out there? No one? Somebody says, will there be a White Panther movie with me as Chalkala? Chalkala. Get it? Chalk. Well, that's the thing. If there was a White Panther movie, it wouldn't even pass as a script. Yeah, that park is in. Is it Westchester? It's Tamiami Park. I don't know what exactly the region is, but it's Tamiami Park. Check it out. If you're in the area, let me know. Will I watch the Black Panther 2? I don't know. That's a good question. I guess they're going to come out with one, right? Because it was such a successful film. Somebody writes, Birth of a Nation is the most racist thing. Racist thing, even homie. What does that mean? Well, people say that, oh, how could you dare say Black Panther is the most racist movie ever made? And then they say Birth of a Nation, though. 12 Years a Slave, though. The reason I'm saying that Black Panther, the comic book movie, is the most racist movie ever made is because it's a movie where you get to root for the racist. All the race-obsessed themes in the Black Panther comic book movie are championed as part of the pride of Wakanda, the strength of Wakanda. And now there's this little nuance now, apparently, where if you watch after the credits roll, apparently there's a hidden bonus scene at the end of the Black Panther comic book movie. There's a hidden bonus scene after the credits roll. You have to sit there in the theater, which I rarely ever do. You have to sit there in the theater, and then there's a hidden bonus scene where T'Challa is speaking at the United Nations, and he basically declares, finally, very clearly declares, that Wakanda wants to open its borders up to the world and be, unify and intersperse with all the other races and all the other countries, and they want to work together and they want to be all about diversity and unity. I think it's interesting that you have to wait till after the credits roll to get the most clear assertion in the movie that the Wakandan people have changed their ways from being pro segregation, black nationalists, to being pro diversity, basically just a bunch of liberals. Let's be honest, but apparently at the end of Black Panther, if you sit through the credits and you watch the secret hidden bonus scene after the credits roll, T'Challa is giving a speech at the UN saying, "Oh look, now we want to open our borders and now we want to be all kumbaya and work together." So I found that interesting because I think that's one thing that the Black Panther movie was trying to do. One thing the Black Panther movie was trying to do, the comic book movie, it was trying to be the best of both worlds. They were trying to pander to the racists who just want to believe in sort of like this black power utopia where black people kick out all the white people and they only stick amongst their own kind. But at the same time, I guess Marvel, the comic book movie studio, they knew that was too racist. So they had to kind of pander a little bit to both demographics, the diehard racists, but all the other people who don't think it should be that way. So how do they do it? After the credits roll, they have a secret hidden bonus scene after the credits roll when 90% of the audience has gotten up and left. The credits roll, there's a hidden scene, and it's T'Challa speaking at the UN about how he wants to come together and work with everybody. So I find that very interesting. Um, Somebody says, how do you go about getting chicks? Well, I have one long distance. I have one girlfriend at the moment. It's a long distance one. But I'm also on Tinder. And I mentioned Tinder, I think last week. It's just easier, bro. It's just easier. Swipe right or swipe left. It's just easier. It's so much easier than going up to some random girl at a bar. We've all tried it. Well, maybe not all of you have, but we've all been there, and it's a pain in the ass. It's too sloppy, you know. And I've done it, and I've had my successes with it, but it's just swipe right. Just swipe right, man. It's so much easier than trying to become like this ultra charismatic pickup artist. It's just not worth it, man. It's not worth it. I used to put time in. I used to do pickup. I used to do that shit. I used to go out regularly to fucking become the master at approaching chicks and all that. And it's fun, and you learn a lot of interesting things, and it really helps develop you as a person. But it's so much damn work in a digital age where you can just download an app and swipe right. I'll just swipe right, man. It's so much easier. I'll just swipe right, man. It's so much easier. Someone says you can't find quality on Tinder. Well, it depends what you're looking for. I mean, are you looking for a fucking marriage partner? Maybe not the best place to go. Someone says women in the cities, for the most part, aren't worth the effort. Somebody says Tinder has the highest standards, only the finest quality ladies. That's funny. Tinder, I will say, Tinder, they play a lot of algorithmic shenanigan games. Let me get some water here. They play a lot of algorithmic shenanigan games. I'll explain that in a moment. Sorry for those obnoxious slurping sounds. I was drinking water. The problem with Tinder is that, for you guys who don't know, if you go on Tinder, um, you can sign up for like their gold package, and I think it's like $10 a month, and you get like infinite swipes, and you can see who swiped and all this shit. But the thing is, sometimes I'll get a notification from Tinder that says, you got a match. So I open it up and I look, and it's the most ugly troll I've ever seen in my life. And I know I did not swipe right. I did not swipe right on that big fat troll. So something's going on here. Something's going on here. Someone's fucking playing shenanigan games here. I don't know who it is, but someone's up to something. So I don't know if it's Tinder forcing a match into my feed because that fat troll girl, maybe she's got a gold membership, so Tinder tries to get her more opportunities and forces her and tries to trick me into thinking that I swiped right on the big fat troll. That, or maybe more sinister, the big troll girl put up a fake profile picture of a pretty girl to bait me into swiping right, and then once she got the match, she put her real photo up, thinking that it was, I don't know. So there's two possible theories here. Tinder playing games, man. Tinder playing games. Trolled by a troll. You know what else I noticed? I think this is another trick that some women do on Tinder. It's an interesting trick I noticed. I noticed that some females on Tinder, every single picture is with one of their girlfriends. So you and one of the girlfriends is always way hotter than the other girls. So you don't know. They only put pictures of themselves up with girlfriends. And you can't really know which girl is the one you're actually talking to from the photos. So I think that's another trick. It's little tricks, man. Little tricks. Oh, man. Somebody says, why are you so obese? And why do you think it's okay for you to be on camera being so fat and gross? Please stop. That's a good comment. I like that. Oh, somebody writes, when the Tinder girl has a pic with other dudes. Isn't that the biggest turnoff ever? I mean, that's an instant swipe left. What were you thinking? Posting a picture of yourself with another dude. It just instantly gives you the creeps. Swipe left, swipe left, swipe left. Somebody says you clearly don't understand the Marvel films. Well, please explain to me. Please explain it to me, because I got into like an hour-long debate on Twitter with some guy, a fan of the Black Panther comic book movie yesterday, and he couldn't convince me that Black Panther isn't the most racist movie ever created. So please tell me what I'm missing out on here. I'd love to figure it out. Please tell me. Somebody says watch Avengers Infinity War. Is that the new one that's coming out? I don't really watch comic book movies. So is that the one that already came out? Is that the one that's gonna come out? I don't even know. Somebody says the Black Panther comic book movie is just KKK. I'm actually gonna get a haircut tomorrow. Homeboy says watch the watch the Avengers Infinity War. Black Panther's in it. So how does that debunk, or how does that prove I, quote, don't know anything? Like, why did you bring up I don't know anything about the Marvel movies? Were you trying to debunk my views on the Black Panther film, or I don't know. Somebody says I'm a Marvel fan, and of course Black Panther is racist. Yeah, I'll probably get the Nazi haircut again. Shave the beard. Are you fucking crazy? Are you fucking crazy, man? Somebody says, how can the Black Panther be racist? Change my mind. Well, first of all, let's be clear. I hope you're talking about the Black Panther movie, the comic book movie, not the Black Panther movement from back in the day, which I don't even know that much about. Well, I think the best argument for why the new Black Panther movie is racist is because if you reverse the roles, you switch the races of everything, would the movie, first of all, would it even get approved for production? And number two, would it even be praised commercially and by the politically correct crowd as such a great film? I mean, you need to explain to me what you think would happen if the roles were reversed. Somebody says, you clearly don't understand. You clearly don't understand the Marvel films and how the Black Panther character comes into play with the films. Again, I had a Marvel troll on Twitter yesterday. He was alleging that I didn't know anything about the lore and the background, so I'm so ignorant about Marvel. And yet we went back and forth for an hour, and honestly, I think I had him stumped by the end. So please give me some details. Don't just tell me you don't know anything. Explain to me how I am wrong in saying that if you reverse the roles in the Black Panther movie, all right, you reverse the racial roles, would the movie be given so much praise and such a pass as it's getting right now? Okay, I'll give you an example. There's a scene in the Black Panther movie, the comic book movie. There's a scene where the character Ross, he's one of the few white people in the movie. The character Ross is wheeled in on a stretcher into the Wakandan laboratory because according to Black Panther, the Black Panther comic book movie, Wakanda has all the superior stuff. And people say, "Oh, but Wakanda, they weren't bigoted and closing their borders because they didn't like other races. It's just because they wanted to keep vibranium to themselves." Well, if they were so open to other races, then why is it only black people in Wakanda? You think there would have been a few white people, Asian people that would have been allowed into Wakanda at some point? If it was just about hoarding vibranium, then why are there no other races inside of Wakanda? Putting that aside, there's a scene as they wheel Ross, the white dude, they wheel him in to the Wakandan laboratory to give him medical attention. One of the Wakandan girls says, "Oh, look, another washed up white boy." Now, again, I don't even give a fuck. I thought it was a funny line and I laughed at it. Ah ha ha ha, yeah, washed up. It's funny. It's funny. I don't care. But it's kind of condescending, right? It's kind of a little bit racist, right? If the roles were reversed and It was called White Panther, and it was a bunch of white people living only with white people, not letting any white people in, hoarding all the resources in the land for themselves. And one black dude is rolled in on a stretcher, and one of the white characters says, "Another washed up black boy," or something to the same effect. And it's supposed to be a comedic line that everybody in the theater is supposed to laugh at. Do you think that would ever be approved? Never. So that double standard alone, if you reverse the roles, the double standard alone is just one reason why Black Panther is the most racist movie ever created. That's just one reason in my thesis. So I find that funny. Oh, it's because vibranium, though. Wakanda isn't only just, a purely black population because they're hoarding vibranium. No, 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 no. It's not just a black population because they're racist and don't want any other races to come in, any more washed up white boys. It's because they're keeping vibranium to themselves. Again, if it was only about vibranium, why would Wakanda stay so uniracial for so many years? You'd think if they were open to any races coming in, because all they were worried about was vibranium, there would have been more than just the, oh, we're back. We're back. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Are we back? All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, I apologize, guys. The internet cut out there. Somebody says he is 20 years old, he has never had a boyfriend, and is dying from frustration, and he says he wants some advice. We thought Wakanda had you killed. We get a little bit more water. Hold up. We get a little bit more water, bro. Okay, this is Miami. It's hot here. Somebody says, watch Captain America Civil War. Again, you're not even telling me how I'm wrong. You're just telling me you didn't watch this movie. You don't know about that comic. Like, it's literally pointless, dude. It's literally pointless. So again, guys, World Star Hip Hop, featuring my video. People got very angry. Uh, Somebody says that I'm mad because Wakanda wouldn't let me in. What's up, Leslie? Someone says they hear music. Yeah, we got people playing music out here. Little local baseball league. Are you listening to Latin music? Nah, somebody else is playing music out here. Let's let me see if I can get away from the music so the audio's better. I dare to do salsa. Nah, bro. Unless you want to see me completely butcher it. Salsa. Salsa. All right, I'm gonna start heading back to my car. So you guys can come with me. I'm heading back to my car. Wakanda satellites watching you. Wakanda satellites. That's right, man. All that vibranium, superior technology. Am I still Team Trump? Generally, yeah. I mean, oh, Trump dropped 3 bombs in some isolated area with no civilians killed. Oh, World War III's. Okay, bro. Yeah, it's pretty much inconsequential. I really don't even care about all that whole Syrian strike thing. I really don't even care. Would be pretty cool if trees could feel, right? What if these things were like living creatures? It'd be really interesting if they were living creatures, like sentient, you know. It would be interesting. If the earth is flat, then the globe is a religion. Somebody says, did you know Joe Rogan is aware of your videos? Well, I do know, and I actually did post a video about this a few years ago. Joe Rogan did actually mention one of my videos on his podcast a few years ago. It was my video titled Joe Rogan and NASA physicists were living in the Matrix. And for a couple minutes, Joe Rogan and his guest were talking about my video. So yeah, Joe Rogan, he has at least seen one of my videos, that's for sure. See, this guy that says I have to go watch and read up on all the movies and I don't know anything about Marvel Comics, he's still just bitching and screaming about how I don't know anything about the Marvel Universe. I'm still waiting for an actual point of refutation, which I haven't gotten it yet. Oh, man. Anyways, guys, I'm pretty much at my car here. Let's see. If you reverse the roles of the Black Panther movie to a European nation, nobody would be mad. See, that's a funny oversimplification. Yeah, they would be mad. They would be mad. Especially if you consider, what if the villain in this white version of the Black Panther movie, let's call it White Panther. What if the villain in this White Panther movie, where the roles are reversed, what if the villain in White Panther is a diehard white nationalist who talks about how black people are holding back white people, talks about basically saying what a KKK member would say, what a freaking KKK member would say, okay? Talking about how if only we could separate ourselves, if only we didn't have black people holding us down and limiting our progress and our prosperity, then finally white people worldwide will be able to rise up. And what if this villain in the movie is even glorified, even portrayed as a sort of a freedom fighter or a rebel? Because, by the way, the so-called villain in the Black Panther comic book movie, Killmonger, he's the weakest villain ever, pretty much. He's almost not even a villain, because he's portrayed as a freedom fighter with good, noble intentions. So again, reverse the roles, make the villain in this White Panther film version, make the villain a KKK member who believes if only we could free ourselves from those other races, we'll finally be able to prosper and reach our true actualization and potential. Flip the roles, and even glorify the KK member as a liberator and a freedom fighter. You fucking know that would never pass. You fucking know. Stop even pretending. Because honestly, you know, when I heard that the Black Panther comic book movie had a villain that was black, because at first I thought, when I first saw the trailers that came out like a year ago, I thought that the bad guy, I was wondering if the bad guy, the villain, was going to be a white dude. And I saw that they had the character Claw in there, but then I also saw that they had the Killmonger guy, and he was also a villain. So I'm like, okay, at least the villain isn't like some white dude. All right, that would have been just over the top, right? At least the villain in the movie is black. You know, the Killmonger guy, he's black. But when you watch the movie, he's barely even portrayed really as a villain. He's more like a misguided freedom fighter, liberator, who might have good intentions but didn't execute his grand plan in the best way. But he's really, it's hard to even call him a villain, really. So they wouldn't even give a true villain role. Now, where I will give some credit, and this is something that I was debating yesterday back and forth on Twitter. I was actually debating on Twitter with a black dude. He's a Marvel Comics fan. He's a big fan of all the movies. And we were debating, and he tells me, but what about the beginning of the movie? What about the very beginning of the movie where there's black slavers who have enslaved black women? And Black Panther goes in and basically beats up the black slavers and saves those black women who were basically being sold into slavery. Well, you got to give credit where credit's due. That's a good example of the movie doing the right thing, and I give credit for that part at the very beginning. But there's still a whole host of other issues that can't be overlooked. Oh shit, man, that's funny. Again, so I've completely debunked and destroyed your terrible non-arguments. You've just failed miserably. First, you tried to ambiguously claim that I don't know the lore. I don't know enough about the comic books. That's, And again, your only specific counter argument, I just destroyed it. So, I mean, you got anything else, man? I'll see if you got anything else. I'm waiting for a comment. Otherwise, we'll call it a day here. You say Black Panther even welcomes whites into Wakanda. You can clearly see that in the Avengers Infinity War trailer. Yeah, I mean, he lets, what's his name? He lets Ross in out of the kindness and goodness of his heart. He lets Ross into Wakanda, yes. But again, that's just one little point. That's just one little point. There's many layers to this. In fact, I think there's actually 3 layers. There's 3 layers to why I think the Black Panther movie has a problem. 3 layers. I talked about it on Twitter, actually. I don't know how tall I am, man. I like to think I'm maybe 5'10", but I honestly haven't measured myself in forever. Somebody says it looks like a ghost town. There is dust off the baseball fields blowing in the wind. That's for sure. %, battery left, bro. Anyways, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, we'll call it a day. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Take care of yourselves and try to come up with some better counter arguments. Try to come up with some better arguments, because your arguments right now are absolute shit. You got to up your game. Laters.